Hey, so what's up, everybody? I finally got the glass board in, and right now, as we scatter to gather everybody together, this is going to be one of my many trainings. I love digging deep into successful people's minds and the mindset, and come up with a reasoning as to why they're successful. Because ultimately, I believe success leaves clues. So, who do you think we're going to be studying today? It's the proper mindset of someone who says, "Make no mistake." Make no mistake. Who is that? Who's that proper mindset? Who's got that mindset that constantly says that? This saying, "Make no mistake." And I'll tell you something. I'm pretty sure you know. He is an actual fighter. Let's dig deep into his mind, and let's take some notes. So I'm gonna play the video here, and then we'll go in from there.
Just goes to show that hard work and dedication really does pay off.
Again, you try and take inspiration from everything around you. You know, I take inspiration from looking at my teammates battling through hard fights and just giving it their all and fighting to the last breath. Do you know what I mean? Like, there is no opponent. There's no Jose Aldo. Who the f is Jose Aldo? There's no one. You're against yourself. You know what I mean? You're against yourself. I believe in myself so much that nothing is going to stop me.
No matter what way a person looks or what way a person acts, success if that person is successful, then that's all that matters. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm focused on. I don't give a shit what way I look or what way I come across to certain people. You know what I mean? And just visualize and dream. You know what I mean? Isolation, visualization, motivation, and dedication. They are the keys to success, and that's all I need. That's all I need to do.
Probably all thinking in your head, this guy is talking absolute dribble. He's not going to do what he says he's going to do. You're probably all sitting there thinking that. But now here we are again, and I done what I said I was going to do. I feed off this. I love this stuff. This is what gives me energy. Saying I'm going to do something. Putting it out there.
True.
For the world to see.
True.
And then going out and doing it. There's no better feeling in the world than that. And it's as easy as that. Say what you're going to do
become successful,
and go and do it. It's a beautiful feeling when preparation meets opportunity. You know,
making these things like literally more smooth, but make no mistake, obviously Connor McGregor, in the back of his mind, you can study success, and success leaves clues in whatever it is you want to accomplish. Do you think you're small and you definitely don't have the exact same whatever it is that he has in order to become successful? Well, that's what's stopping you. In the back of your mind, whatever you want to create, you have to know, look, it's going to take motivation. It's going to take finding the right things that motivate you and to ultimately drive and determine what's going to turn you into a successful person. You have to get dedicated to what you do. You know, if you take a look back at my posts as of just a couple weeks ago, I didn't even have anything. I want my personal motivation and success in life is giving people the tools and resources to actually succeed in their lives and to kick themselves to actually continue to progress every single day in whatever it is they want to accomplish. You know, Mr. Walker, I know you, brother. You're a badass. You know, you're out there closing deals left and right, selling door to door. You're also in multi-level marketing stuff. You're getting your stuff out there. You're dedicated. You're motivated to succeeding. I watch all your live events, and I think you're just freaking fantastic. And it's awesome to note that we can now connect live with one another, every single person, and just get going on our own personal success. So let's continue to dive deep into what he's talking, what his mindset's all about, and
nothing is impossible, you know what I mean? You can achieve anything.
Nobody works harder than me inside the octagon, outside the octagon. I am a workhorse, so I'm going to enjoy the benefits of this life. I'm going to get myself a big mansion in Las Vegas. I'm going to get the soft top cars. I'm going to bring my whole team out. I'm going to spoil them and give them this life. It's human nature. Some people will sit and take positivity from that. They will look at that and take inspiration and inspire. It will inspire them to go and push for that. Others will shell up and critique it and be negative towards it. But one thing is for sure, those people will stay where they are. The people who take inspiration from it will rise up and also one day experience that life.
I've always had it. I've always had visions of better. I've always visualized better. And in times of struggle, like driving down in a banger of a car that I had to push start.
So he mentioned a couple more things in that He said, you can achieve anything, right? When you set it to your mind, like if you guys don't already know, I own a software company, I master door-to-door sales, I have a substantial six-figure income, that personal businesses that I've actually put together, all because at the bottom end of the day, I believe the exact same thing he said, where I'm going to have a mansion. That's something that he wants. Is that something that you want? And if it is something that you want, on what level? Like literally from 1 to 10. What level of that do you want? How well do you enjoy and actually personally believe within yourself that you're able to achieve that? I'm going to. It's not, you don't doubt yourself for a second. And if you do doubt yourself for a second, you got to surround yourself around the positive people who will actually help you get to that level of success by sticking around them and helping them to keep you motivated as well. Because, I mean, there are days where you'll wake up and you'll feel a little groggy because you didn't get much sleep. But the more you build that mental muscle inside the back of your head that, you know what, every single day, I need to push a little bit more further and start getting excited internally, you will see yourself starting to progress. You know, what started 5 years ago with my software company as something that, you know, was, would this work? Do you think people would want this? To actually building it and trusting in myself that, hey, we can actually present this literally to large companies because I know it can serve a demand, and where it's at today, it's just unreal. You know, integrated with the largest security companies, the top 2 plus more security companies in the world. Online now, teaching and training over 10,000 people on my list of people who want to hear what I have to say. That's an honor and a blessing in itself. Like, I didn't put that together overnight. Nobody sees the struggles and all the stuff that I personally had to go through to get myself to that level. Am I at Connor McGregor's level? No, I'm not. I'm not there yet. However, I know personally, and I swear to God on everything, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I know with 100% certainty, as you guys know, I'm going from my 6 figures to my 7 figures in profits. It's like, that's exactly where I'm going to be. I don't doubt myself for a second. Now, when I feel down, I feel like things are not progressing in my life, I notice and think to myself, okay, what do I got to do different? Take a look at my track record, and if I figure out that, you know what, I can do this, this, and this different, I have to pick one and go with it. But most of you haven't even started with your own business or haven't even started building your account. I've trained and taught you guys that you have to start putting money aside in an account where you're not just spending every single dollar that comes in. People ask me, Paul, what car do you drive? Are you driving a Lamborghini? Can you afford it? The answer is yes, I can afford it. Am I driving it? No, because I don't deserve it. Now, I personally found out recently that that's not something that I personally like, but I do like an exotic car. My number one goal is to actually have right now a really nice house. I'm paid off. I don't like payments. I'm debt-free, thankfully, and I just don't like payments. So could I have it? Yes, but do I deserve it? No. Because in order for me to unlock that next step, that next level, man, do I got to work hard and press very hard. I worked so hard to get this glass board and figure out how to get all this to work. You see it nice and clear over here on screen right now and all this transitions and whatnot. Believe me, it was a struggle, and it still is every single day. So, I'm going to continue on with this. And he also said, while many actually understand and know that fears will control them, they curl up and they shell when they think about these fears. And for you parents out there who have kids and sometimes they are scared to do things, trust me, I know how it is as parents. And for you moms out there who are like this, who don't allow your kids to actually go out there and try things on their own, to fall down and get back up, you have to. You have to let them fail at certain things. Because when you do, just like ourselves, we fail at things, we learn from that. So let's just say this was a complete disaster. We go back and watch the videos and you guys are like, Paul, I couldn't even hear you. Guess what? Who cares? Yeah, that sucks for the first time that's what happened, especially with my new setup. But okay, how can I better correct that? And I promise you, you will see that things happen better in your life when you really start to understand that you have to get excited about what you're doing. But if you still don't know exactly what it is you want to do, I mean, Connor McGregor, think about it. He knows what he wants to do. He knew what he wanted to do, and that's fight. What is it you want to do? For me, it's build businesses and interact with other people, be an investor, but interact with other people to get them excited in their life. I love that. I love it when people say, Paul, I felt down today and I honestly didn't even want to go out and actually work or go into work. but after watching one of your videos and interacting with you, I personally feel like I can move a mountain. And that's my passion. And so I'm building literally a big community of like-minded people who actually want to get determined to actually understand what successful people think inside their mind. Because at the end of the day, folks, you have something internally within you that you can share with the world that can literally make you millions of dollars. And it can make you extremely happy and fulfilled. Whether it's a relationship or whatever it is within yourself, you have something. But if it's not brought out and it's not living within you today, right now, I'm here to tell you, you got to get finding it, okay? So you have to. So let's study success and let's study successful people. Let's dive back into this.
Still driving a soft top Bentley around beautiful California in my head. And lo and behold, now I am driving a beautiful soft top Bentley around California. So I always visualized good things. I always visualize victory,
good things, guys.
success, abundance. I visualized it all and it's all happening.
I can do what I've been dreaming of doing, giving back to people who have given so much to me. I always visualize what giving would feel like, giving to people who have given to me, what that would feel like. I always dreamed of just showing up one day and be like, here. And that would always give me like good feelings. But when you're in it and you're there, when you've made it to the octagon, I feel free. That's why I'm saying I don't feel pressure on fight night. I don't feel pressure when I make that walk. Someone asked me what it's like when I make that walk, what it's like when you walk into that arena. And I swear on my life, when I walk out to that arena, I honestly feel like I'm unshackling chains off of me. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm chained and I'm carrying a cross or something. And then when I get to that octagon, I'm peeling it all off. And when I finally step foot in that octagon and place my bare feet on that special UFC canvas, I feel free. I do it for the competition, to step foot inside that octagon, to have that feeling of freedom. So that is why I say I don't feel pressure in there. I do not. I feel free in there. Feel to be at the pinnacle of any game, in any, whatever you.
So he mentioned a couple things in there. He talked about visualizing, and I want to touch on that because it's very important. Visualize. Do you visualize your ultimate end goal? Do you visualize where you want to be? Do you visualize already being there? You know, for me, I'm competing with the guys like Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, and these type of people. And when I say compete, it's not like to steal people away from them or, oh my God, I got to compete with them to take business away from them. I'm talking they set a set level of how things are supposed to be in the industry. And now I have to get my brand up there to basically be a part of them. Eric Thomas and Les Brown, you know, these are people who I look up to and study. And working together, and as a lot of you know, I'm like screaming at Grant Cardone, hey buddy, you know, get on the show, because there's a lot of people who actually want to hear this interview going. And I will not stop. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. But wait a second. Paul, you always talk about making mistakes. Here he's talking about make no mistake that he already is going to have that end result, right? Which is that ultimate success. So make no mistake, I will be there. But guess what? Make a lot of mistakes, it's a little twist along the way so that you can ultimately accomplish and achieve your success. So let's finish this video off. I think this will be awesome for the first little start. Dude, I love these live things. I got 3 monitors here going, so it's crazy. Figuring out exactly all.
You've got to be a little bit gone to it. You're not all there. You've got to be almost insane to your craft. Not a lot of people can understand that. That's why I don't know about nothing else. I do not pay attention to nothing else. There was games of football on yesterday, there was rugby, there was this, there was that. And like normal society is like, let's talk about this and let's engage in this. And I can't do it. People are talking to me and in my head I'm counting something. I'm counting up a number, or I'm knee deep in a sequence on the mat or on the feet. That's my life, sequences and numbers, nothing else. I cannot pay attention to nothing else.
I said his right hand would get him into trouble. It's the shot I predicted. I said he'd overload on his right hand. I said I'd slip. I said I'd bang the left hook, and that's what happened.
How do you do that? How do you predict these
if you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. So I see these shots, I see these sequences, and I don't shy away from them. A lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. If you truly believe in it, if you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction and it will become reality.
Connor, in February of 2013, we spoke for the first time. You didn't have a car, you didn't have a pot to piss in, all you had were blueberries. Now here you are with the undisputed gold. Enjoy it, my friend. You deserve it, you called it.
Yeah, from nothing to something to everything. So that's where I am right now.
Hey, if you can see it, you can achieve it, but you have to have the courage to obviously accomplish it. And that's so important. Courage is like literally almost everything. So I'm going to cancel this before the next one goes over. It really is. Courage is everything. How do you build courage? Seriously, how? You got to start talking to yourself mentally. Any UFC fighter who gets in the octagon, study them. Study any professional athlete. How do they get courage? They build it. Courage is built. Courage is happening every single second of the day that you're talking to yourself from when you're down or you kind of feel like unmotivated, that you got to talk yourself up. You got to play awesome, inspiring videos. You got to reach out to a mentor and say, hey, this is how I feel. But don't be a freaking burden. At the end of the day, I need to tell you something, okay? Look in the mirror and say, how much of my potential energy am I using and giving to my day to get myself excited to go out there and ultimately dominate in this arena called life? Because when you are ultimately dominating every single day in this arena called life of you, you're going to ultimately get inside the minds of every single person and have the mindset to visualize that you know you can do it and say, I don't give a SHIT, right? But also have the motivation and dedication where others will actually shell up and get all scared and fear. What do successful people do? They don't shell up. They say, this is the reality of life. Negatives, downturns are going to happen in life. What do I got to do to overcome it? I'll figure it out. And once I do figure it out, I'm going to start building the courage. And once I start building the courage to actually succeed, what happens? Ultimately, you become successful. But if you have no goals, inspirations, and aspirations in life, you're not going to accomplish it. You're going to be, honestly, where you're at today, but except a little bit older the following day. So don't let that be you. And if that ultimately is going to be you, then, you know, more than likely you won't have anything to contribute to this earth. There's a lot of us on this planet, and in order for us to really help give back to planet Earth and one another, I need you to dig deep, dive in within yourself and figure out what it is that makes you ultimately successful and happy. And it doesn't have to be finances, because me personally, that's a big part of where I want to be next, just to be able to say I accomplished and achieved it. 6 figures, I've been stuck there for now about 10 years, which is great, awesome, I'm not complaining, but I all the time from literally a really young age knew that I can create a 7-figure income. And as a matter of fact, the sad and crazy part is once you actually create it in your life, it more than likely, if you do the right things and you're very cautious and careful with it, you could take it to yet that next level. Hey, we'll talk about that when we get to that level. But remember, thank you so much for watching this video. Dig deep within yourself. Comment here, honestly, how you like this video. I know it's going to feel like it's a little bit off. I can care less, to be honest, because it's my first one. But I am going to be delivering awesome messages to you guys every single day. And these live events, I take them extremely serious. And I know it fills up your day with a lot of time to actually listen and actually get there. But hey, let me know exactly what I could do better, what you thought about these and such. Comment directly on Facebook. Thank you, everybody. Have a wicked day.